Deep within the heart of an ancient, mystical forest, tucked safely inside the hollow of a grand old tree, lived a tiny, beautiful fairy named Lumi. She was a gentle soul, deeply in tune with the quiet whispers of the woods and the sweet melodies of the birds. On this particular morning, as Lumi opened her eyes, a cool, gentle breeze brushed against her cheek. She walked over and opened her small wooden window, only to find her breath completely taken away. Stretched across the sky was a magnificent, glowing rainbow, far more brilliant and vibrant than any she had ever seen before. It felt alive, pulsing with light, as if it were softly calling her name. Without wasting a single moment, Lumi grabbed her tiny woven basket, spread her delicate wings, and fluttered down from her window onto the soft forest floor. Every leaf around her glistened with morning dew, and a wave of unspoken excitement filled her heart. She just knew that today, something extraordinary was about to happen. As Lumi strolled down the winding forest path, a sudden shimmer behind a giant, blooming flower caught her eye. Stepping lightly, she peered over the petals, and there she saw a tiny, innocent kitten. But this was no ordinary kitten. Its fur softly shifted through the brilliant colors of the rainbow, and its eyes held a celestial spark. The poor little creature was trembling with fear. Seeing this, Lumi offered a warm, comforting smile and gently extended her hand. With a soft hum, she released a shower of sparkling magic into the air. The soothing light instantly washed away the kitten's fear. It let out a joyful meow, leaped into the air, and began to fly. Lumi was no longer alone. She now had a magical companion. Together, they danced, laughed, and played in the vast meadow of wildflowers. As they continued their journey, they came across a massive mushroom. Sitting proudly on top was a flying rainbow rabbit. The rabbit twitched its nose and gestured with its paws, as if saying, "Follow me." With a hop and a skip, it led them toward a peaceful, glistening creek hidden deeper in the woods. Reaching the flowing waters, they faced a dilemma. How could they cross? Lumi smiled. Knowing exactly what to do, she gathered large, sturdy fallen leaves and beautiful blossoms from the riverbank. With a gentle touch of her fairy magic, she transformed them into tiny, perfectly floating boats. Lumi stepped into her leaf boat, while her magical kitten hopped into its own little flower cradle. As they drifted along the gentle currents, it felt as though they were sailing through a living dream. A little further downstream, Lumi gently scooped the kitten into her arms and stepped onto a tiny, secluded island. There, bushes of glowing rainbow berries grew abundantly. Lumi lovingly fed the sweet berries to the kitten, weaving an unbreakable bond of trust and affection between them. Leaving the island, a glowing path made of pure rainbow light began to form right beneath their feet. The path guided them toward a spectacular waterfall, but the water here didn't run clear, it cascaded down in literal streams of liquid color. Exhilarated, the kitten leaped straight into the colorful waterfall, emerging a moment later, shaking off glowing droplets and flying around in pure bliss. Suddenly, the rainbow path began to curve upward, lifting off the ground and ascending high into the sky. Lumi and her tiny companion climbed higher and higher until they passed the clouds, arriving at a floating island suspended in the heavens. This was a sanctuary completely untouched by the world below. Waiting to greet them was a majestic, giant rainbow bird. Its eyes held the wisdom and peace of 1,000 centuries. The great bird lowered its head, inviting Lumi to climb aboard. As she settled onto its soft, colorful feathers, the bird soared into the open sky. The wind rushed through Lumi's hair as she looked down at the vast ocean of clouds beneath them. Flying right alongside them was her loyal little kitten, its tail trailing stardust. In that moment, suspended between earth and sky, Lumi felt a profound sense of happiness. It was the most beautiful moment of her life. The majestic bird gently brought them back down to earth. Twilight was fading, and the soft, velvet shadows of the night began to wrap around the forest. As darkness fell, one final miracle unfolded. The kitten's tail began to glow, transforming into a brilliant unicorn horn. It flew up into the night sky, gathering floating magical lanterns and weaving them into a glowing line that illuminated the entire clearing. But with the beauty of the night came the bittersweet realization that it was time to say goodbye. Lumi's heart grew heavy, and tears welled up in her eyes. She couldn't bear the thought of losing her precious new friend. Seeing Lumi's tears, the kitten flew down and pressed its forehead against hers. Using its magic, it manifested a breathtaking, glowing rainbow crystal and placed it gently into Lumi's hands. This crystal was a promise, a token ensuring that their bond would never truly fade. With a tearful smile, Lumi wrapped her arms around her friend in a warm, tight hug. The kitten then gently carried Lumi back up to the window of her treehouse. Settling into her cozy bed, Lumi placed the radiant crystal on her nightstand, watching its soft light fill the room. As she closed her eyes to sleep, her heart was at peace. She knew that true friendship knows no distance, and that some magical journeys live on forever in our hearts.